Dolphins. No intro today. We're going to go straight into it. Today is just, we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive into the schedule release for the Dolphins, and kind of talk about where at least I think the team is, and not giving a prediction as far as I think they'll win this many games or anything like that, or where they're going to place. What we're going to do is just kind of go through, like I said, I think we're a mediocre team. We're not bad. We're not good. I think we're right where we were last year. Do I think we can push for a playoff spot? Yeah, I think we can. I think it's just one of those, all the pieces have to fall into place for us to really make a run, especially with injuries. Injuries have killed us the past couple of years. We'll see how the rookies work out. I think if the rookies play up to snuff, and mostly when I say that, I mean interior linemen, the offensive and defensive line. If they play, if the rookies can come in and play well, I think we still have an opportunity to have a decent year. But what we're going to look at, usually when I've done this in the past, it was before the channel, but when I did this in the past, it's usually like a couple of games, difference. In this one, the pendulum is really going to sway because looking at the schedule, I think we could win 6 games, maybe win 11 games. It's really that big of a swing. But we're going to look at it, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think Miami's going to do this year. They're going to win 2 games and stink up the place, or are they going to challenge for the division? Maybe get a playoff win for the first time in 25 years, 24 years. But we'll just go down it fairly quickly because I've already rambled on too long. But at the Colts, let me get my trusty pen out here. At the Colts in week 1, I think this is a win. Could we lose it? Absolutely. Colts have played fairly well the last couple of years. Real question mark at quarterback for them. So to me, this is a win. I don't even think it's a gamble on that one. New England at home. I've said on the channel a billion times, I think New England is going to be a lot better this year. I think Mike Vrabel gives them 2 wins just in his 2 more wins. Not 2, they're only going to have 2 wins, but 2 more wins than they did last year. Just his presence alone. But I'm glad we have them early. And Tua still owns New England. He has yet to lose to New England, and I just jinxed the far out of that. But it's 12 o'clock. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. It is our opening home game. So to me, also, I think a win. Then we're at Buffalo Thursday night. We have to face our daddy, and Josh Allen continues to spank us on a regular basis. And until you prove that you can actually stand up and smack them in the mouth a little bit, because that's the thing. They have they have absolutely just smacked us in the mouth and beat us up year in and year out. And until you prove it differently, now this is going to be one of those swing games, though. I'm going to say it. I don't think we win this game. I think it's an actual loss. But this is one of those games. It's Thursday night, and we got them early. Those first 4 games are really kind of iffy to see what a team is. You really don't know what a team is until around week 5, week 6. So because we have them early and we're getting the at Buffalo out of the way, I'm going to call this a swing game. I think if we beat them, it's probably going to be, it would have to be an early. Even though it's in Buffalo, that does not hold well. But spoiler alert, I think Buffalo sweeps us again. I think Buffalo wins the division again, hands down. Hey, Millennium Falcon, as my dryer goes off. So then we've got the New York Jets on Monday night. I think we're going to split with the Jets. You can kind of pick your game, but because this is a home game, even though we don't do well in primetime, it's still early. The Jets are still trying to find their way with a new head coach. I'm going to take this as a win. No swing here. This one I think will be a win. Then we're at Carolina, 12 o'clock Sunday game. Carolina doesn't really scare me too much. They have played better. They played better down the stretch last year. But again, I'm going to take a win on this. Man, I really sound like a homer, and I hate that. Because right now, looking at this, I honestly think we're going to be 4-1. I really do. I think the Colts game may be a little iffy, but I'm going to say 4-1. So then we're at home against LA, against the Chargers. That's a 12 o'clock game at home. They're traveling. This one, I think, is one of those, it can go either way. As far as Herbert and Tua, Tua's 2-1 against Herbert and the Chargers. I really think with this being a home game, 12 o'clock, especially 12 o'clock, that's early for a West Coast team coming in. I do think this could be a swing game. But I think they can win this one. If everybody's still healthy at this point, I think they can win this. But it is a swing game, so we're going to do a loss as well. Then we're at Cleveland. Again, it's one of those, you look at Cleveland right now, you think that's a win, even though it's at Cleveland. And I am going to take a win on that one. Man, I sound like a homer. I think the wheels really have to fall off because the way this schedule is set up, it is set up for us to have a decent season. But I think it's a win at Cleveland. Their defense is amazing. Don't get me wrong, their defense is amazing. Their offense, got to wait and see. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's week 7. So by that time, you kind of know who the teams are. Then we're headed to Atlanta for another Sunday, 12 o'clock game. Again, Atlanta doesn't really scare me. They have quarterback issues. You got to see who's going to be playing. If Cousins is playing, that scares me a little more than their second-year guy, their sophomore. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. Comments below. I know it starts with a P, but that's about it. But again, I think that is another win. Then we're getting to where the wheels are going to fall off. We've got Baltimore on Thursday night. That is a loss. We cannot handle Baltimore. I know we had the big come-from-behind win over Baltimore. We also had, was it 2021, I believe, 2022, where Flores just blitzed constantly, and Lamar the hinges came off. But I don't think it's one of those times. I think Baltimore is such a complete team. I don't think this is a swing game in any way. I think this is a dead out loss. Then we turn around and we've got Buffalo that following Sunday. And again, until you prove to me that you can beat them, that's a loss. Even though it's at home, I still think it's a loss. Washington, that's going to be the Madrid-Spain game. It is a neutral site, so I think we have a shot. If this was just a regular game, I'm honestly going to say Washington, we lose that game. But because of it being in Spain, so much goes into it as far as the preparation and which team is physically more ready. You know, I know teams, sometimes they will go early, sometimes they want to wait until like just the day before and show up. But this one I think is a swing game. I think I think there's a possibility, just because it's a neutral site and, you know, across the ocean, we could win it. Do I think we will? No, I don't. Then we have our bye, which is a great spot for the bye. I love that. We have New Orleans at home. I'm penciling that in as a win. Then we're at New York. I'm throwing that down as a loss. We're at Pittsburgh on Monday night. And if it was home, I'd say us. It's at Pittsburgh. We don't play well in the cold. It's going to be late in the season, December or so. That's a loss. Then we have Cincinnati at home. This is another one of those swing games. It's a Sunday night game. Miami does not play well under the big lights, but we don't know what Cincinnati's going to be either. Are they going to be like the, you know, late 80s Dolphins, where they're scoring 35 points a game and their defense is giving up 38, the way they did last year? So we'll see what their defense is at this point. But this one is another one of those. I think it's a swing game, a win and a loss. So then we have Tampa Bay at home. Again, this one could go either way. That's why I said the pendulum is swinging so far. I think Tampa Bay is a good football team. Even though we're playing them at home late in the season, I think that is another swing game that could go either way. And then we finish at New England in January in the cold. If Tua is on the field this late in the season, I think he takes his first loss to New England since he's been in the league. I think this one's a loss, hands down, not a swing. So that is my take on the season in general and how I think it's going to go. And I'm going to look at it real quick of what it could be. At a positive, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As a positive, I think they could go 12-5. Not really sure, which I'm going to make a video on the whole AFC East and see where I feel on the whole East as far as predictions and stuff like that, and how I think it's going to fall out. But so you're looking at 12-5, and then the pendulum swings, and you could very well be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-10. That is how big of a swing I think this season is for the Dolphins. I think everything has to fall perfectly. Like literally, I'm looking at this there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is like 5 games that anything could happen. I think pretty much the rest of it is going to settle in. That's why I said I think we're a mediocre team. So literally highest of the highs, I think 12-5. 12-5, 11-6. Or lows of the lows, I think 6-11, 7-10. I mean, it is such a swing. Usually like I said, I've done this in the past. It's always, 12-5, 10-7. Just a cut 2 or 3 games difference. And no, this time it is such a swing because we really don't know what to expect this season. But I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a fun season. I'm excited. I'm excited about the rookies. I hope we get more into the running game. We get Achane involved and those guys. And I hope we get away from, I'd like to see us starting to move on with our younger group. Which I wish we would move on from Tyreek anyway. I understand why we can't, because we can't afford to do it. But at the same time, I think we should move on. Geno Smith, such a big part of the offense last year. Keep him a big part of the offense. Hopefully Waddle stays healthy. Hopefully the offensive line stays healthy. I think as long as we stay healthy on the offense, I think we can score with anybody. But defensively, man, our defensive backfield worries the far out of me. We have just the corners especially. The corners worry me, and I don't know if we can fix it. At least not this season. So hopefully, if maybe we can get enough pressure up front where they don't have to cover long in that back end. But that's what it's going to come down to. And I know this is all over the place. I understand that. But, hey, leave a remark in the comments. Let me know what you think the Dolphins' record will be this year. Do you think they're going to go to the playoffs? Do you think we're going to have the number 1 pick in next year's draft? You think the wheels are going to fall off? For me, like I said, I think we're a mediocre team. I do not think we make the playoffs. I do not think that we definitely are not going to challenge for the division. I think that's Buffalo's all day long. We're not close. I don't even think I could see New England hopscotching past us to be in second place in this division. I really can. And who knows what the Jets are the Jets. Who knows what's going to show up there. But basically that's it, guys. Let me know what you think the season's going to look like. And guys, make good decisions. And fins up.